Shalom, Israel. I want to start off by giving all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect. It's the brother Yachazak from Great Millstone, Dallas. And I just want to get into Matthew chapter 10. I was reading through the scriptures, and Matthew chapter 10 was a very heavy chapter. It goes into pretty much the Lord putting the disciples together, which is pretty much we coming in his stead. So he pretty much built his camp. He got with the disciples and he told them things that they needed to know moving forward. He introduced them to the Spirit of the Lord, with the understanding. He let them know what the mission was, which was to go out on the highways and the byways and go out to the lost sheep of Israel. He let them know that it was going to be hard. He let them know that they were going to have to trim their ways to be worthy of him. He let them know that nobody was going to be put before him and his Father. You see? And with us coming into this same knowledge today, the Lord comes in the volume of the book. You see? So with the Lord coming in the volume of the book, it's like he's come to us personally and says, hey, if you want to do this, then this is the criteria, So I got a couple precepts, and I want to try to get into the Matthew chapter 10. I want to try to finish it if I can. I'm on my lunch break, you know what I'm saying? So give me just a second. Salakia. I had to make sure I turned off my notifications and all that. But yeah, man. But here we go. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 17. It says, therefore, if any man be in Hamashiach, he is a new creature. Old things are passed away. Behold, all things are become new. And all things are of the Most High, who hath reconciled us to himself by Hamashiach Yahushua, and had given unto us the ministry of reconciliation. You see? And this is what's going on with us today, bringing back the hopeful elect. You see? In John chapter 17, the Lord said that he was going to put the Spirit on men that were going to be at one, that were going to be one with him and the Most High, and that it was going to be men that were going to come in through the word of the hopeful elect, of the elect, So I want to read that first. Now we want to go ahead and get Matthew chapter 10. And I'm going to try to get through the whole chapter because there's a lot in there, Very heavy chapter. All right, let's pull it up. All right, Matthew 10. All right, here we go. It says, and when he had called, Matthew 10 and 1, it says, and when he had called unto the 12 disciples, he gave them power against unclean spirits to cast them out and to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of diseases. And you got to keep in mind that the disciples were just regular men. You see, they were just regular men that were going to have the Spirit of the Lord bestowed upon them to be able to do these things, right? But at the end of the day, he's going to let them know what they need to be doing and the best way for them to be able to pull that off, all right? Verse 2, it says, now those names of the 12 apostles are these. The first, Simon, who is called Peter, Andrew, his brother, James, and the son of Zebedee, James, the son of Zebedee, and John, his brother, Philip and Bartholomew, Thomas and Matthew the publican, James, the son of Alphaeus, and Lebbaeus, whose surname was Thaddeus, Simon the Canaanite, and Judas Iscariot, who also betrayed him. These 12 Yahushua sent forth and commanded them, saying, go not into the way of the Gentiles, and into any city of the Samaritans enter ye not. So here are the instructions. Who are they going to teach this information to? Who are they going to teach this knowledge? Right? And it lets you know that those Gentiles were Israelites as well. Because it says don't go into the way of the Samaritans or to the Gentiles. But the thing is, it was Israelites that was amongst those people, because due to the curses we were scattered abroad. You see? So there's no nation or no people on the planet that there's not Israelites sprinkled amongst them, because the prophecy said that that's how it will be. Okay? Verse 6, it says, but go rather to the lost sheep of Israel. And where were the sheep of Israel lost? Amongst those other nations, making them Israelite foreigners. Because you have two sets of Gentiles. You have the Gentiles that are actually non-Hebrew Israelite people, meaning the other nations. You know, you got Esau, you got Edom, you got Moab, Ammon, you know, going into the so-called white man, Ammon being the Japanese, Moab being the Chinese, and you have a whole list of Philistines, which are the Africans. You know, you have the Libyans, the Canaanites, so on and so forth. You know, all right. It says, and as ye go, preach, saying, the kingdom of heaven is at hand. And this is the same thing that we're doing, man. When the Lord knocked on your door, matter of fact, let me get Revelation 3:15 real quick. 3:21. Revelation. I think it's 21. Let's see. Verse 20. Revelation 3:20. Behold, I stand at the door and knock. If any man hear my voice and open the door, I will come into him and will sup with him and he with me. And this is what's going on. Well, I would say when you hear that spirit behind you that says this is the way to go, that's the Lord knocking on your door, which is your mind, and supping with you, giving you this understanding, man, having a meal with you. You see? And once that happens, your life is going to change. And it's going to change as such. It says, and go ye, preach, saying, the kingdom of heaven is at hand. You see? Heal the sick, cleanse the lepers, raise the dead, cast out devils. Freely ye have received, freely give. Healing the sick. You see? The scriptures talk about the whole head being sick, meaning Israel, the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom are sick as a whole, being that we didn't have the Heavenly Father backing us for quite a long time. And through the sacrifice that Yahushua made, we were going to be brought back. You see? So healing the sick is having an Israelite that don't know who he is and teaching him through the scriptures who he is, and he get the understanding and their life change. That's what you go by, healing the sick, cleansing the lepers. You see? Now these things were physically happening with the Lord on the scene, but like Elder Yashawamba says, you always want to get the spiritual aspect out of these things. Yes, the Lord was healing people. Yes, he gave the disciples the way to heal people. You know? And it all manifested from the start of them believing and having an understanding of the scriptures, which is the same way with us. You see? We have to understand these scriptures. We have to heal ourselves before we can heal somebody else. You know? And it says, freely ye have received, freely give. You know? So when you go out on the highways and the byways, man, you freely giving the word. You see? You freely giving the word. You're not charging for it. Now, eventually, once the believers start to believe and they get more seasoned, you know, it is what it is as far as the scriptures go and taking care of the prophets and so on and so forth. You know? Verse 9, it says, provide neither gold nor silver nor brass in your purses, nor scrip for your journey, neither two coats, neither shoes, nor yet staves, for the workman is worthy of his meat. You know? So at the end of the day, man, he said, don't worry about taking all that stuff with you, man. You teaching this word and waking our people up, you'll be rewarded for that. The people are going to take care of you. You see? That's what I'm saying. That's why I said you're not charging for the word. You just giving the word, and their gratitude for being woken up through the Spirit is what is how they going to pay you back. You see? By believing on the word and keeping the faith and the workman being hired worthy of his meat, man, I will say the people will feed you. You see? At least they're supposed to. And into whatsoever city or town ye shall enter, inquire who in it is worthy. You know, fishing for the elect. You see? Fishing. It says, and there abide till ye go thence. Right? It says, so go out in the east, whatever city you go to. See who this word click with. See who actually believe. Because our people are out there. You just gonna have to go out there and get them. It says, and when ye come into an house, salute it. And if the house be worthy, let your peace be upon it. But if it be not worthy, let your peace return unto you, man. So when you out here kicking this word, man, when you dropping this word on the people, man, if the people are with it, cool. But if they not, hey, the blood is off your hands. You see? And that's one thing that all these so-called Christians that's coming up against us, man. Y'all not gonna change our mind. We not gonna change our mind. Y'all should have been done shook the dust off, you know. But since you didn't want to shake the dust off, the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai is going to expose to the world that these so-called Christians don't know the Bible. You see? You barked up the wrong tree. All right? It says, and if the house be worthy, let your peace be upon it. And if it be not worthy, let your peace return unto you. And whosoever shall not receive you, nor hear your words, when ye depart out of that house or city, shake off the dust of your feet. You see? But the thing is, they can't leave the Israelites alone because they making money off the Israelites, man. They want to debate this, and they have monetary YouTube pages where they do skits and parodies and comedies and all of that. If you looking at the chapter that I'm looking at, man, the Lord don't say nothing about doing all of that. You see? These Christians are filling their own belly, man, not glorifying Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. These instructions in this chapter are very specific. They're very direct. You see? Why? Because it's a serious business that we're dealing with. Well, we don't have time to be going to Hobby Lobby and getting arts and crafts and doing all that, man. That's not going to edify the people, man. That's not going to get the people ready for what's to come. Verse 15, it says, verily I say unto you, it shall be more tolerable for the land of Sodom and Gomorrah in that day of judgment than for that city. You see? So when you do kick this word, and the people don't receive it, it's going to be a judgment for that, man. Because they can't say that they weren't warned. It says, behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore as wise as serpents and harmless as doves. You see? And that's why we make sure that we break these scriptures down properly, man. At the end of the day, all the arguing and the back and forth and all of that, look, at the end of the day, man, it's already set up that y'all was going to do that, man. So what we have to do is be wise in understanding that. We understand that y'all going to come out and try to make scenes and talk all that, and talk madness and hope somebody punch you or slap you or something just so you can have information to have us destroyed. But I'm going to tell you like this, man. It was already written that some of us was going to be martyrs. It was already written that some of us was going to be cast into prison. It was already written that some of us was going to make it through all of that. You see? So having that understanding, there's no need for us to go into carnality with you people. You see? Harmless as doves, like Jesus is the word in K-Dub. They kept on trying to make it look like we was going to do something to them. Nah, man, look, we already know y'all coming up here to antagonize us, man. We ain't out there to fight. You see? The Lord did send us out there to fight. He sent us out there to fish. You see? It says, but beware of men, for they will deliver you up to the councils, and they will scourge you in their synagogues, man. And that's what I'm saying. They come out there with a bullhorn. They come out there with this madness. They come out here with these whack, illogical arguments. You know? They say things to try to get under your skin. You know? Why? So that we can get violent or we can do something crazy, and then they'll be justified in rolling on us, man. That's what I'm saying. Cut all of that out, man. Roll. We begging y'all to roll on us, because the sooner y'all roll, the sooner the Lord is going to do his thing, man. You see? But we have the patience to know that the Lord is going to move when he ready to move, man. So all our instructions are to do now is teach. You see? Just like the disciples. The Lord was showing them, get ready to teach. Get ready to teach my people. Get ready to feed my sheep. Feed my lambs. Right? Verse 18, it says, and ye shall be brought before governors and kings for my name's sake, for a testimony against them and the Gentiles, man. And we ready for that, man. We ready for that. Lord willing, we those men, when that time comes, man, he's going to put his spirit on us to get the job done. It says, but when they deliver you up, take no thought how or what ye shall speak, for it shall be given you in that same hour that what ye shall speak. So that's what I'm saying. When we preparing ourselves now, when that time comes, man, we're not gonna lose our mind. You see, we're gonna be ready when we get when we get whatever judgment is coming towards us. Whoever we got to speak in front of, the Lord is gonna put his words in our mouth, man. You see, and we're gonna speak the truth. Matthew 10:19. It says, but when they deliver you up, take no thought of what ye shall speak, for it shall be given you in that same hour what ye shall speak. For it is not ye that speak, but the Spirit of your Father which speaketh in you, man. And I hope and I pray that I'm one of those men, man, when the Lord put the Spirit on me to tell these people their judgment, man. You see? But it all starts with this learning, man, when the Lord knocking on your door and supping with you, you know? And the more the Lord knocks on your door and sups with you, man, which is your leisure time, you know, we want to spend as much leisure time as we can with Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai via these scriptures, man. When you go into leisure, that goes into your free time. Your free time is when you outside of captivity, you know, when you can do the work. You know, that's going to be your best bet. Verse 21, it says, and the brother shall deliver up the brother to death, and the father the child, and the children shall rise up against their parents and cause them to be put to death, man. See, this is what we're looking for. This is what we understand. You know, knowing these scriptures and having that understanding, it prepares you, man. You see, the Lord is preparing us for a huge task, man. A huge task. It's going to be 144,000 people. It's going to be 144,000 men that's going to check over 7 billion people, man. Think about that. Think about that. As a matter of fact, let me show y'all something. Let me show y'all something real quick. All right, they say it's what, 7 billion people on the planet? Hold on, they say it's 7 billion people on the planet, right? All right, let's just put 7 billion. 7, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. All right, that's 7 billion. All right. Now, I'm including everybody on the planet, including the 1/3. You know what I'm saying? Because the 1/3 is going to be a part of that billion people that the 144,000 is going to get it right. Because you're going to have believers and non-believers out of those 7 billion people, right? So you got 7 billion minus 144,000. 12,000 from each tribe, right? According to Revelation 7. All right? So that's what? 6,999,856,000. Yeah. 6,999,856,000 people that are going to be checked by 144,000 men. You see? And this is what the Lord is preparing us for. Okay? Now, and it goes into your family. It says, and a brother shall deliver up the brother unto death. You see? The Lord had 4 brothers. 2 of them were in the ministry. 2 of them were not. You see? I got a brother in the world. You know what I'm saying? And we don't communicate. I wouldn't be surprised if they use him to try to put the squeeze on me. Or if they try to use my parents. You know, I mean, I'm cool with my parents, you know, don't get it twisted, but I'm just saying, you have certain family members that the Lord ain't dealing with. You see? And they have that type of jealousy. You know, they gonna have your kids. Your kids might roll on you. You see? It's just gonna be like that. But at the end of the day, man, you doing this thing for the Lord. So if you can forsake all those things and be of good courage, then you'll be rewarded for that. Because if you really love your family the way you say you do, then you should thank Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai for giving them to you, and you should work with Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai in order to have them delivered through your works. Because that's possible, you see? And the Lord was letting them know all of these things, man. You see, the Lord didn't leave them comfortless, just like he didn't leave us comfortless. The volume of the book is important, Akim. Verse 22, it says, and ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake, but he that endureth unto the end shall be saved. You see? So he's letting you know that it's going to be hard, but he's letting you know that it's going to be a reward too. He's giving you all the information you need to make the right decision, to make a decision. You see? Verse 23, it says, but when they persecute you in this city, flee ye into another, for verily I say unto you, ye shall not have gone over the cities of Israel till the Son of Man be come. You see? So that's what I'm saying. The Lord said, look, you're going to go from city to city. You're going to go from city to city, man. You know, but you're not going to hit Israel until it's time. It says the disciple is not above his master, nor the servant above his Lord. So he's letting you know, look, y'all seeing the things that I'm going through. And it's still more to come. So Y'all not being greater than y'all masters, expect these things. Expect to see these things. Verse 25, it says, it is enough for the disciple that he be as his master and the servant as his Lord. If they have called the master of the house Beelzebub, how much more shall they call them of his household? So that's what I'm saying. The Lord is the Messiah. Yahushua is the Messiah. Was walking the planet, doing miracles, healing the sick, cleansing the lepers, all these things, right? And they called him the devil. He gave those same abilities and those same characteristics and those same traits unto the disciples. You know, we're disciples. We're studying under the tutelage of Yahushua through the volume of the book. So this applies to us, right? It says, how much more shall they call them of his household? So if Yahushua couldn't catch a break, how much more for somebody that's not even on his level? Verse 26, it says, fear them not, therefore, for there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed, and hid that shall not be known. So all these different secrets of Esau that's being searched out, you know, the way this world is and how destructive it is according to the scriptures, you know, those things are gonna be revealed, man. They can't hide it. They can't hide it. So we just got to stay on the course, you know? It says, what I tell you in darkness, that speak ye in light, and what ye hear in the ear, that ye preach upon the housetops, man. You know, you proclaim this word, man. You see? This word must be proclaimed, man. You can't hide it under a napkin. You can't sugarcoat it. You can't lie about it. Just be real, man. And the Lord will fight for you, man. We fighting for the Lord by preaching these words on the housetops, man. By going out into the highways and the byways and bidding our people to the marriage. It says, and fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul, but rather fear him which is able to destroy the body, soul, and the body in hell. You see? So the Lord can do way more than the so-called white man. He can do way more than our enemies can, man. You see? The Lord can destroy your body. He can destroy your soul. That's what I'm saying. He can do it in the spirit world if he wants to, or he can destroy you on earth. That's the power to fear. You see? That's the power to fear. It says, are not 2 sparrows sold for a farthing, and one of them shall not fall to the ground without your Father? But the very hairs on your head are all numbered. You see? He's going into the power of the Lord. He's just going into everything that they need to know. You see? Very convincing words. Very comforting words. You know? Very true words. The bar of my mouth. True words. Alright? Says, fear ye not, therefore, ye are more value than many sparrows. So hey, if the Lord let a sparrow live, how much is he gonna let you live? You see? We much better than the animals. Verse 32, it says, whosoever therefore shall confess me before men, him will I confess also before my Father which is in heaven. And that's huge, man. That's huge. Because according to the scriptures, you already know that the angels are recording everything and reporting to the Heavenly Father. So how much more Yahushua, if Yahushua is vouching for you, that's huge, man, because he's not vouching for everybody. You see? So if you confess him in the world, he'll confess you to the Father. And it's just that simple. And that's not talking about somebody who going to say Yahweh Shem Yahushua at the beginning of the video and at the end and talk about themselves in the middle. It's not how it works. We glorify Yahweh Shem Yahushua, and that's it. And hope for the best, man. To the best of our ability, we're going to glorify the Lord and his Son and hope that he deliver us, man. Hope that we meet for repentance. Why? How? By being obedient. Verse 33, it says, but whosoever shall deny me before men, him will I also deny before my Father which is in heaven, man. So if you got all these excuses and you coming up with all this madness on why you can't do this and why you can't do that, no, man, the Lord is telling you that that's unacceptable. That's what this chapter is about, man. It's going into what's acceptable. It's going into the mission. It's going into the reward. It's going into the what's going to happen. You see? And after hearing these words, they still walked with him. So we still got to walk with him. It says, think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I come not to send peace, but a sword. For I am come to set a man at variance against his father and daughter, against her mother, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. A man's foe shall be of his own household, man. The Lord's letting you know it's going to be rough when you come into this truth, man. It's going to be rough. It's going to be a hard road to hoe, man. But the thing is, I'm with you every step of the way. You know, the servant is not above his master. All the hell he caught, we're going to have to catch it. But on the flip side, all the miracles that he did, he said we're going to do more. Why are we going to do more miracles than he did in that time? Because we're dealing with a stronger devil. You see? We're going to need Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai in this day. He was letting the disciples know that they was going to need it then. You see? But he gave them spiritual power to heal the sick, to forgive sins. You see? But it wasn't our time to fight then. You see? The Lord is going to plead with all flesh, man. He's going to plead with all flesh. And he's going to use us to help do some of the pleading. Verse 37, it says, he that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. And he that loveth son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. And he that taketh up not his cross and followeth after me is not worthy of me. He's letting you know that all the things that he's not going to accept if you're going to be a part of this ministry. You see? He gave them everything. He gave them everything they needed to hear so they could count the cost for themselves, man. And it's the same thing with us, man, because we reading the same words that he told them. The words of this book are spirit in their life, according to John chapter 6. It says, he that findeth his life shall lose it, and he that loseth his life shall find it. You see? So you got people out there that want to be in the world and want to find themselves. You got a lot of people that say that. Man, I just got to find myself, man. I don't know if this for me. Okay, well, go find yourself. Go find yourself, and you're going to lose your life, man. You're going to lose your life, man, because you put your life ahead of Yahweh Shai. You put your life ahead of Yahweh. No. They looking for somebody that don't care about their life, man. Say, forsake your life. You see? And that's not easy for people to do. But a man that can forsake his life for Yahweh Shai's namesake, for Yahweh Hashem Yahweh's namesake, you know what I'm saying? Those are the men that's going to find life, everlasting, man. Eternal life. You see? It says, he that receiveth you, receiveth me. And he that receiveth me, receiveth him that sent me, man. You see how it goes? You see? It's a trickle down, man. It's Yahweh Shai, and then the men. All right? It says, he that receiveth the prophet in the name of a prophet shall receive a prophet's reward. And he that receiveth a righteous man in the name of a righteous man shall receive a righteous man's reward. You see? This is a righteous work that we doing, man. So we'll receive a righteous reward if we endure to the end. Verse 42, it says, and whosoever shall give to drink unto one of these little ones a cup of cold water, only in the name of a disciple, verily I say unto you, he shall in no wise lose his reward. You see? So in a recap, man, the Lord went through coming into this thing, catching hell, being persecuted, having to deal with your family a certain type of way. He went into the reward. He went into everything that they were going to need to know. He goes into everything that we're going to need to know in order to be able to complete the mission, man, which is to bring in the hopeful elect, bid them to the marriage, man, and be caught up in the sky together with the Lord, man. You see? And that's what it's all about. We coming in that same stead. So once the Lord knocks on your door and you answer it, man, your life is going to change, man. And it ain't no excuses. You see? The Lord was talking about trimming. Your mom and your dad ain't more important than this, man. Your kids ain't more important than this. You see? But it's a reward for making that sacrifice. And that reward is the kingdom of heaven. So with that, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect. that's teaching this truth, man, about the Mayam Wa'amath and sincerity and truth. And trimming, Akim. Spirit of trimming, man, it ain't gonna stop. You know, just like the Elder Yashawamba say, man, it's something in you that needs to be purged in order for you to be meet for repentance, man. So Rakha Rob Bashar Ma'ite. More spirit, less flesh. Shalom.